Welcome back to another mini episode here on The Secrets of Cameron. Now, the last two episodes we did both my eyebrows and my face powder foundation format. If you haven't seen them already, I would suggest to go and watch if you need help or recommendations on it to lead you up at least to this point. Today I'm going to do right now at least, I'm going to do contour and bronzer. This is also one of the most highly requested ones for help because a lot of people either don't do contour, don't know how. They ask me a lot about it when I'm like at school or work. And this is just a little bit about how I do it. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and jump right in. We're going to go and use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Kit, medium to tan. The tones in medium and tan fit me better, and usually during the summer I'm a little bit darker than I am now. So it just works. I like to take, this is an e.l.f. contouring brush, and it is thin here, and then it's thick and flat on top. This really helps with my contour because it really helps me precisely put the pigment. So I'm going to go ahead and use this color right here and this color. You might not think this is a really good contour color, but it really is. Not only do you put the darker color in, but this helps blend with the rest of the face foundation. And then right in the very center, I put this. So I do like to go in with the medium shade first, knock a little bit of it off, and start with my cheekbones. I like to, if you want to do the fish, I like to put them right where my cheekbones end. So if you want to feel on your face, I happen to have high cheekbones because I'm Swedish, or I'm a descendant of Sweden. So they are up here. If you just want to feel around, the bottom of your collarbone is where you should be putting this contour. So I'm going to take that same color and just go right there. And just drag it down slightly, almost to a point, but not quite. And then I also like to take some and blend downwards to lengthen where my contour goes, just above the end of the ear. Alright, and then I like to take, like I said, that lighter color and put it on the very edge to tan that up just slightly. And then a little bit of this dark color right in the middle of my cheekbones, just to give it more depth. Alright, so that's for both. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other one as well with the same technique. And finally with that darker shade just on the tip, if you can see it right there. Alright, so now that we have both done on the cheekbones, we're going to do the jawline, which will take that medium color and drag right here on, right by the ear and down, and on the jaw right there. Now, some people do it above the jaw, but I don't want to get a chin strap. If you don't know what that is, go to my last video, I explained it when I talked about my reverse chin strap. And I do like to kind of get this little indentation right here and put more color there. As you can see, it obviously is more shadowed. It makes it look more tight. So I'm going to go ahead and just take that one color on the other side as well. Now we're going to take the lighter color. I don't like to do the really dark color on my chin. Due to shadowing, it's already pretty dark. The last thing we need is an extremely dark color. And I'm going to take that lighter color and just go a little bit on the actual jawline right there. Less in the shadow, more where you can see it. And just tap it in. Now we're going to start going up the face. We're going to take that middle color and the lighter shade, mix it together, make the step less Less time consuming. And we're going to drag that up just slightly on the side, almost blending the contour into your hairline. You don't want it to really be showcased, but you do want it there. And then I have not male pattern baldness, but I do sleep on my edges right here do go up. They call it the reverse devil horns. And instead of the widow's peak, they go up. And I do like to blend contour into that right there, and then shape my forehead. And some people are like, oh, do the 3. It's less of a 3, more of just placement, I guess. And then you want to blend the forehead into the hairline. Once again, mixing the medium and light shade. And then on this side, bring it down like you did, blending it in as well, and there. So for that is all for the actual placement, except for the nose and under my lip right here. I do like to take the medium shade and the darker shade, tap a little bit of it off, and put it right here, just to make my lip look more pouty. Looks crazy now, well, after I blend it. And then the middle and darker shade as well for my nose. I don't contour too much of it, but I do like to make it just a little smaller looking, and then after I put the color, I do like to pat it right here. I do have quite a big nose. No matter what kind of contour I do, it won't necessarily hide the fact. So just do what you can with the nose you got. And then pat it on the side. And then I like to do a little bit of the medium shade right here and pat it in. So that'll be where I place the contour. Now I'm going to go ahead and start blending it. I do like to take that flat side of the Beauty Blender and buff it. First of all, I feel like it gives it a cleaner, lighter shade first. And then you can blend it in exactly where you want. I like to start with the small, so I do my little under lip right there. And then I go to my nose. And for this contour on my nose especially, I do like to drag it down a little just to make it so it's not as dark. And then I like to flip it onto the part where I still have a little bit of translucent powder from my last video. And put some there just to lighten up that contour, but without taking it fully away. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the jawline. With the jawline, I do kind of like to bounce, but also blend downwards. With powder, especially because you already have your foundation and your face powder and your, concealer and your concealer powder. I do like to blend it down just to make it look very even and not like you just got punched in the neck a lot, which I'm sure is a lot of your excuses for hickeys. And then once again to put a little bit of that translucent powder part and blend that. So you can still see it does look very edged out, but if you do the double chin, it looks a little more blended. You know, you gotta do the double chin when you're blending your neck. You gotta make sure it's all nice and blended. Now I like to do the forehead, and I do like to blend this back into the hairline. And we're going to just blend all of that from the top of the forehead all the way down right before the cheek contour. And of course, if you want to use that translucent powder end that you were using earlier to soften up the color as well, feel free. And I'm not going to really see my forehead, but it's still important to do your whole face, just in case you catch Now I'm going to do the contour on my cheeks. Now for this, I just like to buff. I don't like my contour to move. I place it there for a reason, specifically on my cheekbones, so I just buff it as much as possible. And if you are going to move it, which is preference, like I said, all this is just preference, you can move it like down slightly. Whenever you do, don't push it back because that will take away the contour that you just did. And what's the point of putting out contour? It's just going to be pushed away. Alright, so that's it for the cheeks. If you look the difference, I blended it in very nicely. And then we're going to go ahead and do the same for this one. Sometimes it's easier to blend one side out than the other. It just depends on the amount of product you put and where you put it. Oh. Oh, my beauty blender just disappeared under the bed. But luckily we don't quite need it anymore. At least not right now. We're gonna go ahead and do the last step of my contour, which is my bronzer. If you haven't seen my videos, I do have the Lorac Golden Girl. It is one of the only like shiny bronzers you'll find. I do like a nice like sun-touched bronzer. I feel like that's why we have bronzer. We're gonna go ahead and take my complexion brush and my other, like my smaller fluffy brush. Just dab just a little, like a couple dabs would be enough. Because you already put a lot of contour on, you're just tanning it up just a little bit. So you're gonna put it right there where you put your contour, just to give it like a sheen of that tannish, bronzy glow. And you're gonna do that maybe twice. Not too much. You don't want to put too much sheen because you are gonna have blush and highlight. So you're just gonna do that on your cheek area, right there, and one more time, just slightly, and then you're gonna do a little bit on your forehead, and a good amount on your neck. I do like putting the bronzer on my neck because after the foundation and the contour and all the different kinds of powders, sometimes it won't really match your neck very well. So I just like to make it match. So I take my big fluffy brush and just blend that neck out first and foremost, and then the forehead just to get rid of all that, and the cheeks. Excuse my cat, he's being annoying. Now that will be it for the contour and complexion. If you want to look closely, it is very, very blended out. Once again, with the foundation that I said, if you need help when it comes to blending and you don't think you blended enough, blend more. It's always better to have a little bit of contour because you blended too much than a lot of contour because you didn't blend it out enough. So this would be it. It should just be like a nice like shadow when you're in the sun, just like a nice kind of gradient tan on your cheeks, just to give you that really slim complexion look. Like I said, this is all optional. I think everybody is beautiful. This is just what I like to do for my makeup. Thank you for watching episode 3. This is 3. My bronzer and contour. This is one of the things I got questions about the most. And next will be blush and highlight, which highlight has also been requested the most. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little tidbit video, and I'll see you in the next one.